Just after lunch, yeah, we can relate to that detox. How many of us have had some junk here? No, there's no junk. We've had like great food. Great. I'll make it very, very engaging. Okay, I've got some slides, but honestly, I'm not gonna use the slides. It's okay, just look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my slide.
She was using this to look at the time.
Yeah, I just need us to look at the time, so I can.
Thank you.
So we're just gonna do some resetting, right? As a title, to try to optimal mental health and well-being. We're just gonna, first of all, look at what is detox, and then we're gonna go specifically what's a mental detox. And today's session, we just wanna reset, rejuvenate, and transform our mind. And I just wanna thank all the incredible speakers who've gone before us. I think this is just timely to get into this. We've seen the strategies, we've seen what we can do to actually thrive in optimal health and well-being, mental health and well-being. And what is detox? I just want to ask you, we're very engaging, like I said, interactive. What does detox mean? Anyone?
Get rid of the stuff that's not good for you and no rubbish.
I heard that. Okay. We're doing some clean, purifying, and transformation. We're going like to see them coming to cleanse our mind, coming to illuminate our mind again, so we might really shine. And mental detox, like I said, it will enable you to stop thinking unhealthy thoughts and thought patterns, and you'll be able to create positive thoughts and healthy thoughts and thought patterns as well. Thought patterns, like Dr. Vijay was saying, our mind is so neuroplastic. When we think in a certain way, so the patterns are like infrastructure. So we've built some infrastructure. It becomes a bit difficult, isn't it, when we have to take off infrastructure. So at the level of thought is still okay. But what we want to do is to cleanse our minds so we may be able to create healthier thoughts and thought patterns. And also beliefs. How many of us have heard of limiting beliefs? How many of us, it's just simply beliefs that limit us. I'm not good enough, I'm this, I don't really like to use the word stupid, but let me use that. Some people tell themselves that. I wonder sometimes how someone can really abuse themselves, relate to themselves. Oh, I'm stupid, I'm clumsy, I'm that. It really pauses me. We shouldn't be using those words, and I'll tell you why. So what is detoxification? It's simply the elimination, or, like you said before, making really medicinal or psychological, because there are psychological ways. We are designed to cleanse ourselves. Dr. Vijay showed us so well how our body during sleep is able to cleanse our mind and all of that, brain of some toxins. It was really, really incredible. So it's really getting with eliminating those substances that are toxic, to a living organism, any living organism. We are made of organs. We're going to focus on the mind. When we go to the mind now, it's about cleansing our mind. What would be those toxins to our minds? Like we said, our thoughts, those limiting beliefs. Whereas we can quite relate with the food. How many of us have ever done physical detox? A lot of women move forward and backward with this detoxing, dieting. Men really don't bother. How many of us have done it? I know. Yeah. So we can just eat some stuff. We permit ourselves to eat some junk, some stuff sometimes, and then we need to detox. Great. So we're going to look at this. Okay, I'm going to move on. I want to say, how can we begin our journey to detoxing our mind, to cleansing, purifying our mind, and resetting our mind into our original state of creation? Honestly, I strongly believe, and again, it's not my belief, it's really principles. Life is governed by principles, whether I like it or not, whether I feel bad about it or not. Some of those principles are like there's healthy food and there's unhealthy food. The principle of unhealthy food is going to affect you in an unhealthy way. So it's not how you feel, it's not where you come from. If you eat anything that's unhealthy, it's going to affect you negatively. It is not my feeling or my belief. Words are life or death. Positive words are powerful, edifying, and their lives. They are life. Negative, destructive, curse, and all of that, those words are damaging. They bring death to our body. It's not my belief. Those are principles. Like I could point out here, we had 6 different incredible panelists, different background, different upbringing. They apply some certain principles consistently to thrive in optimal mental health and well-being. So I'm just going to share those principles with you. Why am I not stand and tell you how to speak or how not to speak, what to think or what not to think, because it's not my role. I don't qualify to say that. It's your life. You have the authority over your life. I can sure stand here and tell you this is an unhealthy thought. This is a healthy thought. This is an unhealthy word and damaging and destructive to your mind, and this is unhealthy. It's up to us to make that choice today when we live here. Am I going to take the healthy or the
unhealthy? Am I gonna eat the healthy food or the unhealthy? Am I gonna take things that are damaging and destructive to me or not? So the key things on our journey that we must identify is that what is in each one of us here. If you ever have to say, I'm going for a detox, you need to be clear, what is it? What's the toxin in me? You will be sure that I've surely eaten something that was toxic. You will be sure that, so you need to identify it. What is it? Is it that thoughts for you? Healthy thoughts? Is it that limiting beliefs? What is it? We have to be specific. Because until we become aware, you could hear from the panels again, the panelists again, they were aware they needed help, something was wrong. This is not how life was designed. We're not designed, when we have depression, mental health illnesses and problems, it's abnormal. We're living in a world where they make us feel normal. It's normal, it's okay. No, I cannot be sick and you say it's normal, it's pathological. I've gone off the normal state of functioning as I should function. When we have that state, then our mind is because of all of this negativity that's actually in our mind. It's clogged at our mind. Our mind was not meant to function in that way. We've been given a powerful mind of power, love, and a sound mind. Shasni said that fear is the absence of love. Perfect love casts out all fear. We were designed to have love. Show me a child at bed who doesn't exhibit love, infinite, unconditional love. And that's how we're designed. So we want to go back. So we need to acknowledge it without blame or judgment. Okay, this is a toxin. Negativity in my head, I keep hearing myself stupid, this, that, whatever. I'm not gonna blame my husband, my ex, my whoever, my mother-in-law, like they were saying here. You're not gonna blame them. They are the ones who put that words. No. This is what you are dealing with. The negatives in your mind, the negatives, the low, whatever it is, limiting beliefs, it doesn't matter who brought them there or not. You don't want to feel guilty as well, no guilt. If it's you, that was okay. You went through a challenging moment in your life. Unfortunately, you didn't actually, know better at that time. You didn't know what resources were out there. It's just acknowledging, accepting it, and now we're gonna then take control. Once you've done that, and we have to establish what are we gonna do. How do we take control of this situation? Like we said, the greatest power we have as humans is the willpower. Every human on this planet has that willpower. You can't say, oh, I had no choice. Willpower is not the choice. The choice to, like Dr. Tola said before, am I gonna react or am I gonna respond? Every situation in life, we can choose what to do. Someone might come here, abuse you, insult you. You can choose to get all upset or you just smile. I think they are dealing with a lot of things in their life right now. They really are upset. I always tell sometimes my students this. Would you rather be at the end, the abusive end, that you're the one throwing those abuse, insults, or you be at the receiving end? I'd rather be at the receiving end, because think about it. What comes out of me is what is in me, am I right? If I'm constantly throwing junk, think about how filthy I am within me. So that person who is throwing that at me, I would rather be at the end because I know I can choose to dodge your junk, just ignore it, and I have more compassion for you who is throwing that abuse, those nasty words. So you see, just tweaking, changing my perception about that situation. I have a choice there to smile. Or again, say, they don't know me. If they say you're not good enough, you're that, oh my goodness, he doesn't really know who he's talking to. If only you knew who I was, that I have the power now to help you solve this problem you're going through in your life. So it's really about that. You want to take control, and how do you take control? I want to show two things. We hear a lot of people say, okay, eliminate. How many of us have been told several times, some incredible therapists as well, they're like, let's do away with the negative. Okay, you're thinking always, I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. It has no power. I'm stupid, I'm not stupid. What have you said? Mm-hmm. Not is really not a word. Our mind picks up word. Your mind still hears stupid. Words are life or dead. That word stupid is a deadly word. It's a disempowering word. I'm intelligent. I'm wise. You've got to speak that. So some people say you're gonna eliminate or you neutralize. Like we said, physiologically we have so many components in our body to neutralize. But I don't just want us to neutralize, right? Life goes beyond lukewarm. Neutralization means it's just okay. We need to thrive. We need to go beyond neutralization and take over. With every moment of your life, like in that default stage, I'm an intelligent woman, I'm an intelligent man, I'm destined for greatness, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made, I'm important, I'm valuable, I'm worthy, and you just say these things. So how are we gonna do? Amongst you, has anybody ever told you, maybe you're struggling with some negative thought patterns, limiting beliefs, and you're like, let's deal with it first. Let's look for the root causes. How many of us have been told that? Did it really help you? It doesn't. Why am I looking for the root causes? Why? It's like darkness here. We're like, oh, let's check. God put off the light here. Let's look for the root causes. How would that bring light? We know that darkness is the absence of light. What is the solution? I need light in here. How can I get the light? How can I get the light? What I need is not that negative or who is the root cause, where did it come from? Some say go back to the inner child healing. We are like transformative beings. Imagine you going back and looking for the child that used to exist before you became. It doesn't exist anymore. The baby in you has transformed into the adult that's here right now. Or your wound has healed. Some say let's go back and dig there again and look at what caused that wound. They say inner child healing, you get the pain. And that's why a lot of people who do this work is so painful. Why do you have to be in so much pain because there is darkness when all you need to do is get the light? And then there is no more darkness. Because when light is present, darkness cannot exist. Light and darkness do not coexist, it's one or the other. Love and hatred do not coexist, it's one or the other. So I want us to choose right now. If you look at this, I've just put coffee there. You can see it's dark. Let's ask you, this is the toxins. We want to be light. We want some water. We want it to be clear, pure. Am I right? What are we going to do? You can say, okay, I'm going to empty this. I'm just getting a cup. I'm going to eliminate it. It's just like, I'm not stupid. I'm not this. Okay, this is all the stupidity they've told me. Or you are whatever. Who can name it? Ooh. But you're taking, I'm void. Who am I? I'm not stupid, but who am I? It's meaning that makes me to go on, that gives me the strength to keep pulling on. Not emptiness, not void. You still feel empty, and you feel drained. Have we heard people say the devil, I know is better than the angel? I don't know. Some people, we know angels are good, but some people would rather stay with the devil they've known all their lives because they are used to it. So you go back to that old habit. I'm used to being in that way all my life, rather than being void and empty. It's lonely. Maybe all of that positive words that Dr. Sylvia said, Sylvia, does not work. I have thrown it, it doesn't, because that's not how life is meant to be. And the truth is, I cannot really turn myself upside down, isn't it, and take off all the negatives in me, can I? I cannot take off all the negatives that have been spoken over my life from childhood till now. So what do we really do? We can eliminate it by bringing in what we want. Like I said, the principle of words, life or death, I choose life. The principles of love or hatred, I choose love. And love is a higher energy. Where I dwell, there can be no hatred. Hatred is the absence of love. I'm gonna say, okay, because this is life. I'm thirsty, I want water, it's pure, it cleanses me, it takes off the toxins. What am I gonna do? Simply, yeah, you're pouring out, but you're getting nothing. Then you're drained because you're working. You know, every day you're struggling. You're focusing on that negative. I'm not stupid. I'm not this. You feel tired and drained because nothing has really replenished you. How easy it is. Let's just see what I'm going to do. This is alive. This is reviving. This is refreshing. The principle says water cleanses, water renews, it re-energizes and brings life. I'm going to just pour it into me. I'm going to choose to keep taking water and just wash this. At least I'm feeling refreshed. It's changing. Am I right? Can I go around the bottle of water, please? You can give me the big one. I'm going to reduce it. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm bringing in water. I know something else now. My mind is used to water. Water is life. Water is beautiful. I'm brave. I'm intelligent. I'm worthy. I'm pouring. I'm destined for greatness. I've got a purpose. I'm valuable. My pain is a power to my purpose. My mess is a message to the world to live this one strong. I love water. It's reviving. It's refreshing. I love what I'm getting. I'm full of water. I'm full of purity. And out of me, I will pour out what is within me. Wow, how refreshing. How reviving. How this is work. When you squeeze Everybody's in pain. I'm made of water. I don't have anything else. So simple. So simple. But it's alive. It has come now and it's clear. And even though it's a journey, it took a while, didn't it? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. It took a while. I'm sorry, sometimes I do whisper. It took a while, a little bit of, okay, in normal life it may take more than days, but you were consistent. And you feel the power of the water, of the reviver, of the refreshing. As you keep speaking those words, whatever word is it has been spoken over you, that's how you're going to take control. Then we're going to nourish you. And I'm going to show you some physical, practical strategies how we're going to take control. So in that case, I've not only neutralized it, I took over, it became almost only water. That's the best way to really detox. Whatever is that negative in you, whatever has been spoken over you, you are not your negatives. Please, if anybody here you're struggling, don't own depression. I hear people say my depression, my anxiety, it's not yours. That depression, that, separate yourself from that. You're not your problem. You're not those negatives. You are you. You are distinct. You are full of worth and value. It's invaded your body. It's an external, enemy that has come to your body, and now you are ready to take it off. It's a toxin that's come to your mind and has made you, because it's been there, you are now nurturing and nourishing it and producing after its fruits. But once you do this exercise, and it has to be consistent. That's why I said it's not enough to just do it. I am positive, but I need to do every day. We need to be replenished every day. We need to feel ourselves every day. We've heard about that. You don't just go to the gym for 1 month and say, oh, I'm fit now. You never go. Or you don't just sleep like 24 hours a day. You said, I've slept for 4 days of my life. You don't sleep anymore. It's about that sustainability, continuity. And then you become that. So I'll share some key strategies. Let me look at how many minutes I've got. I want us to keep to time. I was using Sarah's phone, looks like it. Perfect, I've got 6 more minutes. Perfect, I'll just quickly share those strategies. But remember again who you are. You've got the power. You've got the power to overcome whatever you're going through right now. And there are people here that can help you, which is one of these strategies. How do we effectively take control? Be still, we heard about stillness, reflect, meditation, taking some time to look within. There is greatness in you, there is power in you. When you're still, when you're looking within, I'm just going to go there, I don't know what I said there. Okay, so I'm just going to go there. The first is that reflection, that stillness. Once you're still, you separate yourself. It's an opportunity from being whole, integral, one. I'm not that problem, I'm not that toxin. This is who I am. And in that way, what I always say, a prayer is a serenity prayer. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I can't change everything in this world. And the courage to change the things that I can. It may be that ex, it may be that friend who is doing, you cannot change them. It might be that whatever that child who is bringing you so much trouble, you cannot change them. You just need serenity, like Shasni was talking. To accept that. It's not your responsibility or duty or obligation to change anyone, but it's your duty, responsibility and obligation to change yourself, the way you think and prioritize your life. So you're going to ask for that. It gives you that opportunity to look within, seek your power, and just a simple exercise. The further we step away from a challenge during this reflection, it's like stepping away from there. The smaller they become. Have you ever imagined when you take off in a plane, the further it gets off, every body, objects become so minute, you can't even see them. The more we distance ourselves from a problem and focus on us, we become big. And it becomes so minute. Our mind has the power to amplify whatever we give it. So it amplifies you, the power, the strength in you, and that is actually minimized. So we've got to practice this. I'll just put those questions there. We can get the slides later on, so don't worry. I'm just going to go to stage 2, which is you're taking your control, like I said. The power of perception. Perception changes everything. My perception creates my reality, and your perception creates your reality. Perception is simply how you see, understand, interpret everything that happens around you and within you, and then respond to it. The way I see something, I understand, I interpret and understand it is how I will respond. Am I right?
Yeah.
Two people can lose a job, exactly the same job. Two people, the other person is like, oh my goodness, I'm depressed, my life is over. The other one is like, oh wow, this is an opportunity now for me to use my strength, step out there, harness my strength and start my own business. It's not the cause, it's who I am. That makes me see the things the way I see them. So giving yourself that time to reflect enables you to see who you truly are. So you need to be able to understand. It's just like that was it, I can't do it. You can choose to just strip off the T. I can do it. That's it. Attitude changes everything. Your perception creates your reality in life. And it is the lenses through which we see life, through which we see the reality. Things that happen to us are really things. They don't come with a meaning attached to them. It is how we interpret those things that we determine the meaning we attach to them. For one, it may be release. I lost that. I was so attached. It controlled my life. It took over my life. I had attached my self-worth to maybe that job, to that title. Now it's gone. I know that I am the one who got to that level. Even though that title, that job is gone, I am the person. I am still alive. I've got the power to get another one. And even better, because I have learned from this, I can now go on and do better. So that's the second one, your perception. Again, think about, you see, I've just changed it differently. I'm going to show that. Some questions again to ponder about them. And then the third, we're going to look at it, is focus. We've heard this, where your focus goes, your energy goes. Am I right? It's powerful. Focus is powerful. A lot of people will do a lot of things with focus. We all have 24 hours. I think the wonderful Anna was saying that, but it's really how we interpret it. Is the focus, you know. Some people can take, let me just give a simple example. Every day the sun is shining. Do you know that those same rays, they don't burn you, they don't burn a sheet of paper? If we got a magnifying glass to collect the rays of that sun, it's capable of setting a sheet of paper on fire. That's the power of focus. You're not gonna focus on the problem. Now that you've changed your perception, I want you to think, whatever you're going through right now in your life, what's your ideal perception? Something I call your diamond perception. That ideal that you will want to see right now. What's the ideal outcome? Yes, this is the reality. I'm down right now, I'm in an abusive relationship. What is the ideal solution that I would want? What is my ideal? Once you go there, focus on that. All your energy, strength, your mind is powerful. It will bring so much, it will attract those things to you. Have you seen when you're looking for a new car? Suddenly you start seeing that car everywhere. That car has always been there, but you were just not paying attention. Your focus was elsewhere. So that's just what our mind does. It brings it to you and then take action, no matter how small it is. We're gonna take action today. We've seen all of these great things by speaking those words, by bringing life into our mind, you know, to neutralize and take over those toxins that are in our mind or in our thoughts. We just have to take action. You know, every action, you know, towards a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a simple step. No one step is minimized, or actually, you have to appreciate every step. Do something small. Just coming here today is an incredible actions that we all have taken towards getting to meet others and improving our mental health and well-being. Like I said, there's always room for improvement. Iron sharpens iron. We come here to meet others who might not be necessarily struggling with mental health problems, but when we meet others, we are empowered, we are inspired, we are energized. It's like the flame is set up again and all that. So action, you just do action, and then gratitude is powerful. I cannot estimate, I cannot place a lot of emphasis on this. Grateful people, if you look how we live in a world today where, I say this often to Sarah and to so many people, Africans have very little, but they have a very grateful culture. They are very grateful for the very little they have. And a lot of mental health problems, it doesn't really affect them. There's some who say, oh, there are no diagnoses. But we live in a culture here where we feel we are entitled. A lot of children think they are entitled. What's my right? What next? You give them the right, it's like things are falling off. What's the next I need to grab? Very ungrateful. It saps our energy. We are constantly looking for what more. We forget to recognize what we already have. Let's pause and recognize you all of us are incredible. No matter what we are going through, to get to this stage, we are victorious, we are amazing. Let's focus on the things we can be grateful for. Look at the things that you can count. How many things? Every morning before I step out of bed, I say 3 things I'm most grateful for. And I've learned to just look at my husband there and just every morning you are grateful for him. It will be difficult for me someday to get so upset with him because I tell him like, I'm grateful for my work. He doesn't even know sometimes, but I intentionally do that. Every day before I step out of bed, before I even start praying. And it just cultivates you really grateful for those things. And then you ask. We've seen that we cannot put enough emphasis. Ask is spelled A-S-K. Ask, seek, and knock. Ask, it shall be given. Seek, you find. Knock, and the door shall be open. Go on and ask. That's why we are here today. We can hear all the incredible speakers, those who went through some trying moments. They sought help. They asked. They went on. They seeking as well, and they sought help. If those help you cannot see them, go knock at doors that will be open for you to conquer. And life lessons again. That's the 7th. And then you've got to learn lessons. Challenges in life are not really challenges. Sometimes they are lessons for us to grow. To purify, edify ourselves, and become resilient. And finally, the power of affirmations. We've got some here, and I think in the tester sessions later on, we have the wonderful Susan, which I'll call here now to give us some few powerful words. She'll have some stuff there. She got some incredible affirmations. We also have some here, and I've got a book that I'm gonna make free, please, if you can take that. It has 152 affirmations. I just brought it here with the book just to show you. If you need it, please, I will put it there, and I'll put it for free, the PDF. I'll put it for free. I was supposed to do it last night, unfortunately not. On my website, you can download it. It's so powerful. You have 152 affirmations there. Affirmations are powerful. Scientifically proven. When we speak, we create new neurological pathways. It's like you are building a way where there was never any way. Call those things that are not as if they were, and they become a reality. Keep speaking, keep calling it out, what you want to be. Research has also shown that, can you believe, for every negative, we need 5 positive. The law of physics says 1 negative and 1 positive neutralization. The law of human living, for every 1 negative spoken over your life, you need 5 positive. So imagine 10 negatives in a day, you need 50 positives in a day. Just keep affirming. It's amazing. And again, you need to know the right thing. If your problem is I'm sick, you don't want to be saying I'm beautiful now. It's I'm well, I'm strong. If your problem is I'm poor, you don't want to be saying I'm beautiful because beauty does not bring money. You know what I mean? I'm rich, I'm wealthy. So it's just the right one to counteract. And the more you say it, you just build that. So again, it's just affirmations, and then that's it. And if you want to scan that, you get a book for free. I just want to thank you all so very much again, and let's leave here today knowing how powerful we are. Just speak those words.
Put your hands together for our very old powerhouse Sylvia, Dr. Sylvia. Always a pleasure. No matter how many times I've seen Sylvia speak.